The sunny skies of Spain have turned cloudy as the nation mourns the sudden passing of one of its most beautiful women. Actress Anna Fritz, admired for her beauty and talent, has died unexpectedly, leaving fans across the globe in shock. As her body is transported to the local morgue, awaiting an autopsy to determine the cause of death, a night watchman named Pau takes a post-mortem photo of the famous actress. Later, Pau's friends Ivan and Javier come to visit him. The guys plan to hit a party, get drunk, and have a good time, but Pau still has an hour left of his shift. Despite that, he gives in to their persuasion, and the trio heads to the dumpsters behind the morgue to indulge in some alcohol and a few other substances. Ivan raises a toast to Anna Fritz's soul, and curiosity takes hold as they ask where her body is. Pau admits it's in the morgue, piquing the friends' interest even further. Did he even look at her naked? Fueled by alcohol, all three decide to go down to the morgue. Ivan and Javier feel uneasy, not used to being in such a place. But Pau reassures them, no one will come here until morning, and if something happens, he has a phone to call for help. Pau leads them to one body and, building suspense, lifts the sheet, only to reveal an old woman's corpse. Laughing at his friends' startled reactions, he then guides them to Anna Fritz's real body. They are struck by her beauty. She doesn't even look dead. Ivan, unable to resist, touches her chest and suggests taking another dose, which they do. Relaxed, the guys start talking about women, teasing Pau about how he can see any woman naked here. Pau confesses that he once had an encounter with a young girl's corpse. This confession excites the others, and Ivan dares to be intimate with Anna Fritz's body. Javier thinks it's a terrible joke and questions his friend's sanity, but Ivan is serious, climbing onto the gurney while his friends go to the storage room. Afterward, Ivan feels like a hero. He's been with Anna Fritz herself. Not wanting to be outdone, Pau decides to follow Ivan's lead. Javier, still the voice of reason, protests. What if someone did this to one of their loved ones? But Pau goes to the gurney, strokes Anna's hair, kisses her, and begins the act. Suddenly, Anna opens her eyes. Pau, lost in the moment, doesn't notice. Her voice fails her, but when Pau finally looks at her face, a scream tears through the room. The friends rush to help him, and when they realize that Anna is alive, panic sets in. Javier immediately tries to help her, rushing to get water, while Ivan freezes, understanding they've just committed a crime. Javier wraps the shivering woman in a blanket as she still can't speak, while his friends exchange glances, trying to decide what to do. Then the sound of a door opening echoes through the room. Pau is terrified. If they're caught here, he'll lose his job. Ivan, however, has other worries. He orders everyone to hide while they figure out their next move. The trio covers Anna with a sheet and hides behind the gurneys just as a hospital orderly enters, delivering another body. Anna tries to call for help, but her voice fails again. She pulls the sheet from her face, but it's too late. The orderly leaves. Javier rushes back to Anna, promising that everything will be all right, that he will help her. But Ivan is unwilling to let his shameful act come to light. The friends retreat to another room to discuss their next steps. Javier suggests that Anna might not have felt what happened, but Pau is convinced she did and will remember his face. Ivan coldly reminds them that officially, she's still dead. Furious, Javier refuses to be part of murder. A fight breaks out between the friends. Pau and Ivan don't want to go to prison, while Javier is determined to save the revived woman. He rushes back to the morgue and starts pushing Anna's gurney toward the exit. Her voice slowly returns, and she whispers for help. Javier asks Pau to open the door, but they soon discover that it's locked from the outside, and the keys are left behind. A fight breaks out between Ivan and Javier. Ivan, being stronger, knocks his friend to the ground. Pau tries to revive Javier, while Ivan, full of remorse, apologizes. But Javier's condition worsens. He needs immediate medical attention, and Pau grabs the phone. Ivan stops him, reminding him that their crimes will only multiply. He suggests dragging Javier outside and leaving him where someone can find him. Together, they move their friend to a storage room and sit him up against the wall. Ivan tries to keep him conscious while Pau wheels Anna's gurney into the room. Then Pau goes to clean up the evidence of the fight, while Ivan whispers to Javier, urging him to stick to their story. They drank in the park, and Javier got attacked on his way home. Someone stole his wallet and hit him on the head. Under no circumstances should he tell the truth about Anna, who overhears this conversation and realizes she is in grave danger. The friends step out. Javier catches Anna's gaze, apologizes, and promises to get help, but he loses consciousness. Ivan returns and tries to convince him to wait just a little longer. Pau already called for help. Sure enough, the orderly returns to the morgue, surprised to see the situation. Pau makes an excuse, saying he accidentally fell asleep in the storage room, which is why he wasn't noticed. Anna tries to scream, but Ivan covers her mouth. The orderly hears a muffled sound, but Pau hurries him along, reminding him it's late and time to go home. Afterward, Ivan is furious at Anna for trying to scream. But then he realizes Javier has died. Pau sits down, crying as Ivan tries to console him. Realizing they now face life imprisonment, Ivan suggests dumping Javier's body in the trash. Anna pleads for her life, promising she won't say anything if they let her go. Pau seems tempted by her pleas, but Ivan is resolute. He's not going to prison. He reminds Pau that for killing Javier, they're looking at 30 years in prison. Pau blurts out that it was Ivan who killed Javier, not him. But Ivan won't hear it. Pau is his accomplice. After all, people will find out what Pau was doing in the morgue. While they argue, Anna manages to slide off the gurney. She crawls to Javier, grabs his phone, and dials a number. Ivan grabs the phone, but the call has already gone through, and Anna says she contacted her father. The guys realize they're doomed, and any chance of escape is gone. They place Anna back on the gurney and wheel her outside. But then, Ivan's phone rings. It's Anna's father calling back. Anna tries to scream, but Pau covers her mouth. Ivan brushes it off as a wrong number, and they hang up. They take her back to the morgue, and though Anna can now scream, no one hears her. She lashes out at her captors, sealing her fate. Ivan goes to fetch a trash bin, ordering Pau to tie Anna up, which he does using duct tape. Anna tries to reason with Pau, reminding him he's not a killer and will end up in prison if he listens to Ivan. She promises to stay silent about his involvement if he helps her, but Pau, scared of Ivan, doesn't believe her. He binds her and goes to clean up the bloodstains while Ivan finds an empty trash container. But just as he's about to move it, nurses come out for a smoke break, forcing him to wait. In the meantime, Anna manages to untie her legs. She falls off the gurney and crawls toward the door. The nurses finish smoking, and Ivan heads back to the morgue just as Anna makes it into the hallway. When Ivan realizes she's gone, the friends frantically search for her. She spots them and hides in a maintenance room. Ivan walks past her, and she keeps crawling. Finally, she reaches the elevator and presses the button. The doors start to close, but at the last second, Ivan bursts in. He drags her back to the morgue. Pau tries to defend himself, saying it was Ivan who killed Javier, or at least that's what Anna said. Ivan yells at him not to believe her. Now they need to figure out how to kill Anna without leaving any evidence. But they have no poison or pillow at hand. Besides, Pau refuses to kill anyone. He just can't. So Ivan grabs a sheet, forces Pau to help, and together they smother Anna. She can't resist, and eventually stops breathing. The friends lay her back on the gurney and move Javier's body into the trash bin. Ivan orders Pau to clean up all traces and fix Anna's body. Pau wipes down her body, removing any signs of the crime, while Ivan dumps Javier's body by the roadside. Meanwhile, Pau finishes preparing Anna's body, covers her with a sheet, and is about to leave when he hears her cough. He pulls back the sheet and, though her eyes are closed, realizes she's alive and pretending to be dead. Anna opens her eyes and silently watches him. But before Pau can react, Ivan enters. He pulls the towel back, but the girl's eyes are closed. Yet he realizes she is alive and only pretending to be dead. Anna opens her eyes and silently stares at her killer. But then Ivan walks in. and Pao quickly throws the sheet over her face, trying to hide the fact that she's alive. Ivan glances around uneasily, sensing that they might have forgotten something, but Pao rushes him. Ivan pulls back the sheet from Anna's face, but she remains motionless. Finally, they exit the morgue. But after a few steps, Ivan suddenly remembers he left his keycard inside. The guys return and find Anna standing in the doorway. Ivan flies into a rage. Was Pao going to betray him? He starts choking his friend when Anna stabs him in the neck with a scalpel. Pao, horrified, watches her as they were just about to leave, but Anna stabs him in the stomach. The guy collapses against the wall. Bloodied, Anna sits next to him and slashes at his body over and over with the scalpel, taking revenge for all the horror she had endured. The film is like a bad dream, revealing the dark, twisted side of our world, making you want to forget it as soon as possible. Or you could just watch our video instead. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and watch only the good movies.